Good evening, welcome to Thursday's Midlands Today from the BBC. Our top story tonight, how internet abuse has disgusted the family of a teenager with Down syndrome.
The mother of Heidi Crowter today appealed to so-called internet trollers to stop posting sick and offensive messages about her daughter. Pictures of Heidi were copied from a parent support group website without permission.
They were then posted on other Facebook pages where users are invited to mock young people with disabilities. Sarah Falkland reports.
She's great fun. She's always got a very happy and caring attitude. She's very, very sensitive.
16-year-old Heidi Crowter has Down syndrome. For over a year now, she's been the victim of internet trollers. Pictures of her have appeared on this Facebook page. It's entitled, "Don't listen to the guy above me, he has Down syndrome." She's also been put on another Facebook page which is more sexually explicit.
You just feel sick and sad that people have got so little respect or sort of human kindness, really, that they can do something like this.
Until yesterday, Heidi, who's from Coventry, had been shielded from the truth about the trollers. But with her parents trying to get wider support to have the pages taken off Facebook, they felt they couldn't keep it a secret any longer.
I think it's preposterous and unacceptable.
Were you very shocked?
A little bit, yeah. I heard it on the radio on my life.
In a statement today, Facebook saying there is a policy in place for Heidi's mum to report these unauthorised photos. Heidi's mum tells us that she and a small army of her friends have been doing just that since last October. The statement went on to say that Facebook has a real identity policy which makes people accountable for their actions and behaviour, and a set of rules which are intended to create a balance between enabling free speech and preventing harassment and abuse. One of the first high-profile cases of trolling involved Worcestershire schoolgirl Natasha McBride, who died after throwing herself under a train. Sean Duffy was jailed for 18 weeks for targeting bereaved families online. He's the second person to be jailed for trolling in the UK.
They obviously don't know anyone with Down syndrome because they just think things about them, that saying they're stupid or something, when clearly like Heidi's not and other people aren't as well. And they definitely wouldn't do it if they knew Heidi. She's so intelligent and everything. And
I know.
If the people who did this are watching you now, what would you like to say to them?
Yeah, I'd like to say, stop doing it, please.
Sarah Falkland, BBC Midlands Today in Coventry.
With us now is Professor Ellis Cashmore, who's a Professor of Culture, Media and Sport at Staffordshire University. Thanks for joining us this evening. We do seem to be hearing more and more, don't we, of the dark side of the internet.
The trollers, yeah. I mean, it's a difficult question to answer what motivates people like this. Intentional malice isn't quite enough. I imagine that there are people who don't command any authority or respect from their friends in everyday life, and out of their frustration with their own insignificance, they decide to try to distinguish themselves. And one way they can do this with a fair degree of confidence that they won't be found out is on social media sites. And of course they're cruel, sadistic sometimes, and absolutely offensive. The more abusive the better. And I suppose, in a sense, you know, Nick, in a perverse way, they get in their own way. This is what they want. They've aroused people's anxiety and anger. And here we are, talking about them right now. You can almost imagine people out there. They're saying, this is a result for us. They're talking about us.
The thing is, there are so many plus points, aren't there, about the internet? But this darker side is so dark. What can be done about it?
With every blessing comes a curse. And in practice, this is very difficult to police. Facebook is saying we like to strike a balance between free speech and offensiveness, somewhere in between. But the number of people who are actually prosecuted, even identified, are minuscule compared to the number of people who are
In other words, you think it's going to go on?
I can't see any stop to it.
Ellis Cashmore, thank you.